Can you share with us where were the greatest challenges in this project and the project which was among the greatest ones and most demanding ones in our financial market?
So it's really this transaction, the acquisition of the former Societe, now it's a Podgorica, and merge with CKB. This is the biggest financial transaction in the life, not only the CKB, but in the whole country as well. We faced two big challenges. I'm not talking about the COVID and the others, which is unexpected. First, to manage and build up from the two banks to use the best advantage, best part of the two banks and merge into one, including of the technical aspects, the IT platform, till the organization, the people, products, customer base. So this is a very huge and very precise technical aspect. The second, which is even more important for us, to protect the customer bases as customer satisfaction during this period, don't allow to the customers to feel anything about this process. I believe it succeed. Even we strengthen our position during of that. Partially, the business colleagues are working hardly in the business, in the fields, and the headquarter colleagues manage the integration process.
When the merging is done, what are the next steps and plans for CKB?
Of course, we don't stop. We, after the merge in CKB, will have more than 30% market share. This is one thing, but one side, not just the size, but also a responsibility for the bank towards the market. Everything is happening here, it's affected very much, and everything what we are doing is affected to the market as well. Now we have, or I see some room for improvement of the market share, but definitely we would like to focus on the quality of the services to the customer satisfaction, and definitely we are focusing on the modernization and digitalization of the Montenegrin banking market, and also somehow contribute of the improvement and modernization of the overall Montenegrin financial institution system. Actively participate in the stock exchange. We would like to be innovator not only inside the digital product like CKB Go and others, but also to part of the modernization and improvement of the capital market and the money market in the country.
And overall, how do you see the condition in Montenegrin economy and in banking sector? Can you give us your assessment?
So about the economy, 1 year ago we were very optimistic because we closed the best year ever. Unfortunately, this COVID epidemic situation has destroyed our dreams and affected very negatively not only Montenegro but the whole world. I think the banking sector and the whole industry is reacted positively and proactively in these terms because thanks to the stable capital position, liquidity, the banking sector, may I say, so far crisis resistant, helped to survive the citizens, the private customers and the corporate customers also. And this crisis, like a soft landing, we succeed to manage. And now the new task, a new challenge, hoping that this COVID situation will disappear very soon after the vaccines, to speed up and recovery of the healthy economy. I think this is a big challenge for us. I think Montenegro has a negative impact because of very exposed to the tourism and tourism related, and unfortunately we suffered from this. But in the other side, this can be a good point in the future because we don't need new investments, new restructuring. all of the capacities we have. I think the recovery, this is my positive attitude and hope, after the post-COVID situation will also quite fast, and I'm very optimistic in the future, but we have to survive this period.
And finally, what is your prognosis and expectations when it comes to interest rates in 2021? It's probably something that is a matter of interest for your clients and customers as well.
Yes, it's an obvious question always by the customers, even private individuals, small entrepreneurs, or big companies. It's very difficult to answer in one word. It is not the wish and the decision only of the bank, increase or decrease. This depends on several factors. Definitely, they are controversial. First, I thought that because of the crisis, the overall risk of the lending has increased. That's why the banks has to be more cautious. But the other side, which is an opposite direction, because of the lack of the investment opportunity in the world, not only in Montenegro, there are a lot of excess liquidity and capital which is looking for the investments, and also the stimulation policy of the central banks, including the European central banks, the negative interest rate environment because of the huge liquidity. So they are too controversial. And now there is some actual that at this moment the Treasury of Montenegro and the Minister of Finance of Montenegro recently touched this moment when the banking liquidity, the market liquidity is so huge, and the intention mainly from the US financial investors to move towards the euro market. The Treasury touched this moment, and it was a very successful bond disbursement. From the customer point of view, these are affected to the credit and interest rate policy of the banks. The third element, this is the local conditions of the lending. When the customers are asking why the interest rate is not that level like in Austria or other countries, so all of the aspects, and we have to consider the local lending environment and risk environment. If the collection of the debts, of the interests, will the same level, the non-paying debts of the customers will so low as in the Western European countries, and the time and the success of the collection of the debts will be the same, I believe that the interest rate will lower. So shorter prognosis, we have to consider all of the effects. I don't see in short term big changes.